are some of the hottest fragrances right now and whether or not they're worth it. Let's go. What's going on, guys? My name's Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about some of the hottest fragrances that I literally went out of my way to buy just to be able to get this on hand so we can make this video. These two are definitely trending. There's also the new Hawas fragrances, one that I've been living with a little bit longer, the Hawas Fire, and then a few, actually that's for another video. There's also a lot of new fragrances that are not getting enough hype or traction. These two are getting all the glaze in the world, so let's talk about if or not they're worth it. Starting off with Rayhaan's Pacific Aura. This is such a good take on Pacific Chill. I legitimately bought, this is my third bottle, just because of the fact that I'm flying and stuff. It's not because I went through it, but my God, I love this stuff. You guys, I'm in the same lobby that was like the first time I put two and two together and was like, this smells like fruit-infused water. It's got that vegetal cucumber vibe with the mints, the citruses, and it's literally what it smells like. A little bit more green than Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. This isn't it, but you get the idea. And still long-lasting as shit. It's much longer lasting than Pacific Chill itself, but it does come with a little bit more of that green and vegetal take. Vegetal? So I'm gonna smell like veggies? It smells like cucumber, bro. Like, it's green, it's watery, it's juicy, a little crisp, and then that mint. Chef's Kiss is going to be the dose of dates. There's an apricot and date combination in this one that gives it a little sweetness. I think it's phenomenal. Slightly sweet, slightly salty, even a little bit sour, perfectly balanced and blended. If you don't like aromatic vegetal, it might not be for you, but it screams yacht vibes for days, man. The next one that's been getting crazy glaze, and the first time I sniffed this, I think the fact that everybody was like, it's 1-to-1, it's 1-to-1, kind of steered me away from being like, come on, bro. Like, when you say it's 1-to-1, that's a big ass deal. But putting aside their notion of what they think and smelling the fragrance for what it is, I've grown even more of an appreciation after just blanking out all of the words and everybody's glaze. Island Dreams by Khadlaj is a phenomenal take on Symphony. I say phenomenal, and that's a pretty heavy word, but you have to understand, $600, you guys, and $50. So even those differences, if this was much closer to the price point, I'd still be a little bit more of a stickler. I'd be like, no, dude, it's got too much green, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And those differences would really stick out like a sore thumb, because the difference and the leverage is like, bro, save $150 more and you can get that. But no, you'd have to save $500 more. That is absolutely insane. $500 nowadays will barely get you the week's groceries, but still, it will, at least. And this is the savings that you can potentially make. Now, if you got it like that, okay, cool, bro, go for Symphony. I bought it for review's sake, and I guarantee you I haven't worn it probably more than two times. It definitely leans a little bit femme, but if you want to know what it's like without buying a sample that costs $50 for maybe a 10 ml, you can get this whole damn bottle. The main difference that I detect with this one is going to be the fact that the grapefruit and ginger is not as effervescent, and there is a little bit of a green undertone. All things considered, price, value, this is incredible because of the $500 leverage that I can place against it. $550, bro. Now, the scent itself on its own is pretty good. It's clean, it's musky, it's a very cloudy aura style of scent that also has this bright, effervescent citrus and ginger kick with that slight and mild green undertone. Simple as that. It has a certain level of elegance because of that musky aura and because of the way that it wears and its diffusivity. It's not a thick or very suffocating scent profile. It does make you smell like you've got some money, man. So that's Khadlaj Island Dreams. I definitely think it's worth the hype. I don't think it's a 1-to-1, but especially in comparison to anything out right now, this is absolutely the best one right now, especially for the price. I think there might be alternatives, you guys, so don't take this as me not saying that, but not for this price, okay? Not for this price. Moving on. The next one that's, oh my God, addicting, super different, is this. This is called Artison Perfumery's Salted Caramel. I think this one is relatively new. Dude, it smells like a salted caramel macaroon. Gorgeous. There is a little freshness to this and this salty tart kick. I don't think, or I'm not sure whether or not this has any citrus, but it's just something that's like tongue smacking, bro. You know when you eat like a salted caramel bar, at the end there's just like that, that pop at the end of your tongue. This is what it smells like. Without being too gourmand, it definitely places me in like this patisserie realm of the macaroons and baked goods, but slightly fresh. and also salty. This is by no means a fresh fragrance, but it does have the fresh aspect to the top of it, drying down into something that's a lot more towards the, not molasses, but I would say toffee. And the reason I went toffee rather than molasses is because the fact that toffee has a little bit more, or less I should say, of like this caramelized and richness. So still rich, still sweet, does go into the dark ambery territory while maintaining a certain viscosity that's not going to be as dark and as rich and sticky as something like molasses. It is drying down, and it does dry down to something a lot more ambery. It's just the top that has a little bit of that effervescence and the kick. It's called Salted Caramel, and it's one of the most underrated gourmand leaning scents on the market today. Wow, that is so good. That is so f***ing good. But it is important to know I love contrast, right? Caramel, so sweet and salty. Sweet and spicy. Well, maybe not sweet. Well, sweet and spicy smells pretty good. But like fresh and dark. These contrasts are usually attention grabbing, and they're very different because they go against the norms and more than likely compliment worthy. Another one, incredible. Ladies, if you can find this, grab it. I don't even think I carry this. It's called Allure Couture. This smells like rich lemon pound cake and white florals. Outstanding fragrance that smells stupidly close to Devotion. I've smelled a lot of dupes of Devotion, but they've all not had the richness, I would say, of like the vanilla cakiness. They're still really good. There's a lot of really good ones, actually. I love Devotion. But this, by far, has the richest vanilla pound cake. Devotion in itself is still worth it. I think it's an excellent fragrance, especially for the price point. By the way, shop AROMATIX. You can find even designers. I think I sell Devotion itself 3.3 for like $60. It's the lowest prices anywhere. But if that's still too much, then Allure Couture. I don't think I carry this one. It's still absolutely incredible. As a dupe, great. Even on its own, great. It smells like it has lemon rind, so lemon peel, vanilla pound cake. Outstanding scent profile. Super sexy. If a woman were to wear this, gorgeous scent profile. Contrary to popular taste, this is Kuhl, and it smells really close to Black Lacquer by Tom Ford. Dark, ink style. I mean, this is a perfect representation. Kuhl, the eyeliner that you'll find, is generally speaking, or traditionally comes from charcoal. And this has that vibe, man. Something that's mineralic, dark, smoky, incensey, and even burnt style of woods, without it going into barbecue territory. Some incense vibes, maybe some frankincense. This is the richest of them all. If you like fragrances like Bon Fumé, if you like fragrances like Mur Mystery, etc., you have to get this, because this smells like a Bon Fumé, darker, richer, and stronger. It's like if a Bon Fumé took a steroid injection to the left cheek, you'd have this. For the price, absolutely insane. But it's not going to be for everybody. This is for the people who like Amouage Interlude and all the other fragrances that I mentioned. Longevity for this is the entire day. What I've been doing out here in Dubai, if I'm not spraying on or putting on some incense or bakhur, under my shirt, I'd spray this like 4 times as a base under my shirt. Wow. And then I'll wear whatever fragrance I'm going to wear, whether it be fresh, whether it be whatever it may be. Like on top of that, I'll go ahead and spray this Pacific Aura. And just gives whatever I'm wearing that much more of like a home for me. Middle Eastern vibe. Super sexy stuff. This stuff also lasts the entire day. And it also depends on like the chemicals that's used. This is a darker fragrance. Obviously, it's going to last a little bit longer. My records with this one has been 8 hours, solid and consistently. Next one, underrated AF. And it might have something to do with the fact that it looks like a shield. This looks like a bodybuilder style of, I have no idea, but this is called Zayan Gold by Khadlaj. This is all about the lavender, honey, Lamal Elixir with plum, which is Lamal Elixir Absolute. When I first got Lamal Elixir Absolute, it was kind of a shit on, because it's like, hey bro, spend a whole nother $150 for the addition of plum. But now, 40 to 50 fucking bucks. And the plum in this smells even jammier and more present than the OG. It almost gives me this buttery, jammy iris, bro. It kind of smells like an infusion of Lamal Elixir meets a hint of the iris you'll find in DHI, the Aroma Intense, meets plum. I love this more than even the OG Lamal Elixir. I would trade this out for Lamal Elixir Original. Longevity for this is the entire f***ing day. This is incredible. When I first smelled it, I was like, bro, this has like a Dior Homme Intense vibe without even like knowing what it smells like. But then I was getting the lavender and honey. I'm like, is this like a hybrid between Lamal Elixir meets Dior Homme Intense? Called up the owner and he said, no, this is actually Lamal Elixir Absolute. And that's when I compared them side by side. I like this one more. More buttery, more jammy style of plum. Gorgeous and super underrated. If you haven't grabbed one yet, you guys, grab this one. It absolutely annihilates even designers. Next one, brand new. You saw it here first. It's Rayhaan's Tropical Vibe. This is supposed to be pineapple mousse with cream and other fragrance notes. I think this is their take on Summer Hammer, if I'm not mistaken. It definitely has a resemblance, but rather than being mashed up pineapple mousse and creamy vanilla, it smells like maybe pineapple juice and vanilla. It's not as jammy, but it smells really damn nice. It absolutely has tropical vibes written all over it. I love Lorenzo Pizzaglia as a person, as a brand, as a fragrance. And so for me personally, I mean, even if it, relationships aside, I keep it like it is. Respect and hat off to Lorenzo for creating a bunch of great fragrances. This one is a decent take on it. It's not one-to-one, but it's really, really good. Pineapple cream without too much of the richness, and pineapple, it's more like pineapple juice and vanilla. A lot of other notes, specifically coming from coconut and mango. There's even coconut water. This is a good blend between something that's tart, a little bit bitter, and then also some sweetness. There's a note of rum also in the fragrance and white florals. This is a good take. It's a good fragrance on its own. Is it exact? No, absolutely not. And it's still worth it to grab Summer Hammer. But if you want an idea, or if you want a good fragrance that's even more wearable, I would say, then you would definitely want to check this out. It's not a replacement for it. It definitely isn't. But it's a beautiful fragrance. White florals, white magnolia is what I can smell because it smells like this watery style of waxy. Imagine a rose petal, or not a rose petal, a white floral petal where you could literally scratch off some of that wax. It has this scent, at least for me personally, I've had experience with it. It smells clean, musky, and even slightly waxy. Top that off with some pineapple and coconut water, and then also add maybe hints of vanilla cream. Hints. I would say perfectly unisex and aquatic and fresh. Tropical fruits, fresh and ambery as it dries down. It's a really good fragrance, period. If you want the next tropical, probably craze, then you want to check out Tropical Vibe. I like where they're going. They went with the Pacific Chill, Tropics, and now they're going with another tropic. I guess this one did really, really well. I mean, this one smells amazing, you guys. Last but not least, I'm raving about this because I love Dior Sauvage, and it's been reformulated, so you can never get the original EDT again. It's been about 10 years. The materials they might have used on launch and release of Sauvage Elixir or Sauvage Original is probably tapped out, and so now they have to reformulate and come up with some kind of tactic to get you excited about it. But the reality is they're just probably out of the ingredients. But Zenith Blue will always stay the same. This is the closest Sauvage EDT to date, and it's the highest quality of ambergris on the market today with the Sauvage Inspos. It's the latest one to come out as well in 2025. Not many people are duping it anymore because I personally myself would have said, why would you dupe it? But I mean, if it's like one or two people, they did, and they did a damn good job. And there's absolutely a difference between this and some of the other ones. Make sure to catch that Clone War. That's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about some of the AROMATIX fragrances, but you can catch a lot of these new ones in another video where I'm going to break down every single one and what's to come in the future, some prototypes, and what I'm working on behind the scenes. Love you guys. Make sure to hit that like and, more importantly, to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.